Have you heard about NaviLens?
Sure have, and I'm ready to tell you all about it.
Me too. Let's get our ocarinas out and get going.
Our what?
Ocarinas.
Welcome back to another Tech Connect video. We do assistive technology for people who are blind and visually impaired. So if you're interested, please subscribe. We would appreciate it. Before we jump into today's video though, I have to ask a question. Who knows what we were referencing at the top of the video?
Me.
Yeah. To be honest, I think you are the only one.
Maybe.
I told you, I guarantee no one else gets the reference.
And
but
I said that that's not true, and at least one person will get it. So if you are that one person, please put in the comments what the reference was.
And it cannot be you or Jonathan. Yeah, put in the comments if you have any idea what we were referencing. But in today's video, we are taking a look at NaviLens. Navigator.
I'm going to say NaviLens.
Okay, NaviLens. Let's do that. This is a really cool technology that allows individuals to use their smartphone to get more information about their surroundings. Basically, what you're going to do is with your phone scan an area, and if there is a NaviLens code that the phone picks up, it's going to alert you to that code and whatever text they have added to that code. So for example, if you are in a store maybe and you scan your code or scan your phone around and you see a code and it tells you what aisle you're in and what's in that aisle or something like that. What's cool about NaviLens though is that it works farther away than QR codes. It's got a much wider angle of view, and the codes actually don't even have to be in focus. And it's super fast. You're gonna see in our demonstration today how quickly the phone picks up on the code. So we're gonna give a couple examples of how NaviLens can be used to make your life easier.
So the first thing you'll want to do if you are going to use NaviLens is download the NaviLens app. Corey, I know you already did because you are such an organized man.
Yes, but there was actually two of them. So which one should I download?
Well, not NaviLens Go, nothing wrong with that app, but we are using the fully fledged NaviLens, which has a few more features, including helping us to locate items, and we do love doing that.
You might call it the OG version.
Is it though, or is it the...
Yeah, we actually either way, you want the NaviLens, not NaviLens Go.
Yes, so if you want to follow along with the video, you will want the regular NaviLens. Now, one of the things we can do with this, Corey, is pretty neat. We can identify products in the store.
Oh, by using barcodes?
No.
Oh, how then,
Not
please?
barcodes, not product labels. It's basically products that have the NaviLens codes on the box. And I just happen to have one of those products here, Corey. I want to see, though, before we use NaviLens, can you recognize it by sound alone?
Yep, shake. Okay, so it is cereal. Shake again.
Okay.
18 ounces.
Okay.
One more time. There's a snap. What? Crackle? One more. And a pop.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
Rice Krispies.
But I think I'll let NaviLens tell us.
Why not? It's better to trust technology than our own brains. That's what I always say. So there is a code printed on the front of this product. There is a code on the left side, and there is a code on the back. So it should be pretty easy, Corey. No matter how the box is oriented in the store, it should be pretty easy to locate it.
Unless it's the right side.
Unless it's the right side, then you're in trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the app here. Now, we're doing this without voiceover to begin with, because this is suitable for people with low vision as well as people who are blind. So I will open up the NaviLens app here, and at this point we're getting a sonar sound. What does that tell us, Corey?
That tells us the camera's live, but it actually isn't seeing anything yet. It's looking.
Exactly. So at this point I will start scanning my phone, and hopefully it will see the code, and at that point it should tell us what this product is. Here we go with the scan.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Breakfast Cereal, Kid Cereal, Family Breakfast, Family Size, Original, 18 ounces box, one box, 15 inches.
Man, I can hear
Now I'll go ahead and pause it there.
3.74 inches.
Okay. So, it told us some information. Now, if I let it continue reading, Cory, it would have told us exciting information such as nutritional information, which could be really important.
Yeah.
A serving side, how many servings per box.
Sure.
Whether it's GMO or not. So it gives us a lot of really great information that we wouldn't normally get if we were just, for example, recognizing by barcode, or if we were even recognizing by the product label.
Sure.
So that was without voiceover. It started reading to us automatically. We didn't need our screen reader on, and that was real neat. But Cory, I believe you are going to give us a voiceover demonstration.
Yeah, we're going to try it with voiceover because there's the NaviLens app also has a really cool feature, this locate feature. So we are going to simulate being in a grocery store.
Indeed.
Even though we're both sitting around a table here, but you are going to be a shelf.
I will be a shelf.
Please be a shelf.
For the purposes of this demonstration.
And you're gonna have the cereal box, and I am going to first scan and find a NaviLens, a code, and then we're going to locate it and we'll see what happens. First I'm gonna open up the app.
NaviLens.
Here we go.
NaviLens.
Okay, I'm in scan mode 2, so I'm just gonna start scanning here and we'll see what it gets. Oh.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Breakfast Cereal, Kid Cereal, Family Breakfast, Family Size, Original, 18 ounces box, 1 box.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here. It automatically started reading the same information that you had from, without voiceover. Now I have 2 buttons I can work with here. One is the More button, and if I tap that, I'll see some of those nutrition facts you were talking about. But I also can do Locate, so let's try that.
Locate.
And now that I'm locating, found it, I am getting haptic feedback. The phone's vibrating. And so it should now give me directions to the actual box. So it says ahead. Okay, it's beeping. We're getting closer.
Here.
There it is. I found it. So what's cool about this locate feature is, think about it. If you're in a grocery store, you're going to be standing back a bit, right? And it's going to see tons and tons of boxes. So you pull up, you scan, it sees it, but now you actually have to find the box on the shelf. Tap that locate, and you can actually bring your phone, and it's going to bring you right to that box of cereal, no matter which shelf it's on.
I will say as well, you can use that feature. You don't have to have voiceover on, and it will also give you a big arrow on the screen which points you in the direction of the box, which is kind of nice. Now, we should say that as far as we're aware, there are only 5 Kellogg cereals that currently have NaviLens codes on, and we're not sure exactly what other products in America do, but there seem to be a number of products in Europe which have the NaviLens codes on as well. So hopefully we shall see a proliferation of these in the future.
Yeah, and if you don't have, if you have a product that doesn't have a NaviLens code on it, why don't you stick around? In the next section, we're going to show you how to make your own.
All right, so we had a look at the cereal, but how about if you want to label something which doesn't have an existing code? Well, luckily for you, this is also possible. Not only is it possible, Cory, but it's also free. Our favorite price. The first thing that you need to do, though, is request some NaviLens codes, and luckily you can do this right through the app. You are able to request codes, and they will send you basically attachments in an email, and each attachment will have different size codes. So the smaller codes, Cory, you might get, let's say, 50 or maybe even more on a single sheet.
I believe one of them had 600 and some codes.
What?
Yeah,
that can't be on one sheet, though.
No. It's really cool. The attachments tell you the size of the code. How many per sheet, and how many sheets it's going to print right in the file name, which I think is really clever.
That's excellent. So yeah, if you need the smaller codes, and you can get those. For example, maybe you wanted to stick some on some pill bottles or something like that. But we have some slightly larger codes. So the ones that we printed out are, I don't know, a couple of inches across, a couple of inches down. And
I believe it ended up being 4 on a sheet.
Okay, so
if I remember correctly.
And the idea is here that we are going to be able to label these with whatever we want using a text edit field, and then when we point our phone at them, then it will read the information on the label. And it has to be noted, Cory, that this will be for your phone if you create it, but that doesn't mean that I can read the same label with my phone.
That's correct. Whatever phone you create it on is where it lives.
Yes.
So for you, it would be a blank one. But there is under the menu a friends and family section where you can go through the process and share some of your pre-made codes to friends and family so that it can then kind of go across.
Yeah, which is really cool. So if you're a caregiver or something like that, you could create codes for whoever you were caring for.
Yep.
Now, the cool thing about the NaviLens system is the fact that, number one, you can put, as far as I can tell, as much information as you want in per code. So you could write a novel if you wanted and have that read aloud.
Seems a weird place to write it.
Yeah, it does, but
sure, go for it.
Yeah, and
I've written the first NaviLens novel.
And also, it gives you directional information as well, which is really cool. So,
Yeah.
So Cory, I believe that you have issues with working out, and I believe that you want to try and rectify those.
Yeah, so down in my basement, I have a treadmill and a elliptical. I use it infrequently.
Sure.
And when I do use it, I always forget what buttons to press.
Gotcha.
Now, one solution would be to just put some bump dots, right?
Sure.
Which I've done.
But even then, the bump dots wouldn't tell you which button is which.
Now I forget which bump dot is which. So I know where the buttons are, I just don't remember what is what.
Sure.
So what my thought process was is I'll create a NaviLens code, stick it on the machine, scan it with my phone, because whenever I work out, I always jam out to tunes.
Nice.
So I'll have my phone there and it would remind me. So I am going to open up the app.
Okay.
You are going to give me a blank code and we're going to go through the process of creating one.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to open up the app. Okay, so we got our little radar sound.
Okay, let me pass you the code. There we
Thank
go.
you. So we've got ourselves a blank one here. I'll scan it.
8 inches away.
Sees it.
3.74 inches.
And now
3.7 personal annotation.
there's a personal annotation button, and I'm going to double tap that.
Delete personal annotation.
And now I'm in a text field where I can now put in any information I want. And this information then will be spoken the next time I scan this code. So we'll say, you are standing on a treadmill, period. The bottom right button is power, and the top left button is make you run faster, comma, chubby. All right, so we've got it in. Now we'll do save.
Treadmill. Save.
Go. All right, so we have now saved that, and so now if I scan the same one in the future, so think about a year from now, I go down into my basement, hop on
Seems
that.
a bit optimistic, but sure.
Hop on that old well, it is 2024, so we started a new year, but I guess we're in April already. But all right, so I'm going to scan this code.
9 inches away. You are standing on the treadmill. The bottom right button is power and the top left button is make you run faster. Chubby.
Hey,
Hey.
it's not very nice.
Yeah.
Now, just like in the Kellogg's example we
Yes.
gave,
Yeah.
there was a locate button where I could have tapped on that. Now, that's only going to be if you're scanning from a distance away.
Yeah.
So maybe if you were in a gym, went to the YMCA, and maybe you talked to them and said, hey, can I mark some of your machines so that you could actually locate and get closer? And to be honest, I think that's kind of a cool idea.
That is,
I
yeah.
used to go to the Y all the time, and there'd be only one machine that was accessible for me, but it was sort of hard to find. So being able to scan it and then locate right to it would have been great. So being able to create your own personal codes, there's tons of use cases for them. They give you thousands almost of different codes to do. So
And how much does it cost again, Cory?
it is exactly free.
Awesome.
We showed you how you can set up your own personal codes, and you can request those through the menu of the app. But you'll see when you go to request codes, there's also pre-made kits that NaviLens has. And when you go through that process, you can choose what type of organization or what type of kit you want. There's a number of them: association, event, library, things like that. And then they're going to email you a huge list of all these different NaviLens codes that are already set up for specific areas. Example, accessible bathroom, computer lab, things like that. And what's cool about these is they're in the NaviLens database. And so the last one we showed, when you create your own personal codes, we mentioned that those stick only on your phone. These pre-made kits are going to be on everybody's phone. So you're able, if you're an organization, you're able to download these pre-made kits and put them up. So we've got one here at Vision Forward, and we're going to test and see if we can find it, and then we're going to get directions. Now, one thing I want to mention is that when we see the code, we're going to tap a locate button, and that's actually going to flip us over to this 360 mode. And if you're wearing headphones, you're going to be able to hear the sound cues in spatial audio around you. Now, we're not using headphones in this example, but we can still follow the tone so that we can find our location. So first, let's open up NaviLens and see if we can find a code.
NaviLens. NaviLens.
Okay, we're in scan mode. So I'm just gonna kind of scan around me and we're gonna see if we can find a code.
21 feet away. Accessible bathroom.
Perfect. So it sees it there. We're now gonna do locate.
21 feet locate.
Perfect.
360 vision.
And that beeping sound tells us it's in front of us, so now let's follow it.
20 feet. 15 feet. 10 feet. 8 feet. 6 feet.
I wouldn't go in that car.
Hello, Luke. As you can see, I was brought right to the NaviLens code. What I can do is add this to my favorites. And anytime in the future, when I open up the NaviLens app, I can tap on my favorites. I'll see accessible bathroom, tap on that. And then when it sees the code, it'll automatically switch to 360 mode and give me those directions right to the bathroom. And we'll just keep our fingers crossed that Luke won't be in there next time.
Okay, so that was NaviLens, free to download, free to use, free. Very good stuff. And as you can tell from the video, it's got a lot of good functionality. If you want to label stuff, you can. If you want to use it for labeling up your building, you can do that too. If you want to use it for identifying stuff in the store, you can do that as well. Wait, what's that? It's a weird noise coming from over here.
I just heard something on your right. It's something.
Low lighting.
It almost sounded.
Let me just see.
It was weird. It almost sounded like it was a.
29 inches away, tilted to the right. This is a small Indonesian pygmy elephant.
Oh, not again. These things are always getting in when we're trying to film. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so
I have no idea.
be quiet, elephant. So anyway, yes, so NaviLens, it's a pretty interesting little thing. And Cory, how do you feel about NaviLens?
I have to just ask a question here.
Please do.
We're at the end of the video. Those that are still here, thanks for sticking around. How long were you waiting to get that pygmy elephant in?
Well, Cory, it feels like we started making this video about 15 weeks ago because it's been so difficult to shoot. So yeah, about 15 weeks.
I'll be honest, I didn't realize we were still shooting. I thought you actually heard. Okay. So anyways, I like NaviLens. I think that there is a lot of really cool features about it. First of all, its ability to see the codes from much farther away is really a strong suit. It's got a wide angle. You don't have to like have the whole thing in perfectly like a barcode. So all of that is really cool. And also the locate feature. I think that's something that adds value to this app. And being free. I mean, sometimes it's why not add as much as you can
Cory,
to
it seems to
your.
Seems to me like this, sorry to cut you off, I apologize. It seems to me like this app would pair perfectly with the Slinger. For those who don't know about the Slinger, stay tuned because we will make a video on it one day.
I believe you should stay tuned for a very long time. It will do that when we do the Ira Explorer app, so hang tight. Stick around for on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really does help us out. Please like the video too. A lot of times people say if you like it or you see value, hit that like button. We're gonna ask you to hit like no matter what.
Seems like you're begging a little bit here, Cory.
I will to get if the camera would see me down on my knees, I would go ahead and do that.
Cory is actually on his knees right now.
I am, because I'm very tall. But go ahead and like that video. We appreciate it. Throw it down in the comments if you're using NaviLens. If you've used it in a building that already had it implemented, that's another area that we didn't explore, but we will actually do so in a future video, talking a little bit more about the 360 exploration mode. So throw it down in the comments if you have used NaviLens and what your experience was.
And we have many other types of exciting content that you can check out. Why not check out our live shows in a podcast format from your favorite podcast provider? What are they called, Cory?
Those are called
Slingers.
Apps that listen to podcasts.
Oh, I thought you had a special name
I think it used
for
to
them.
be called podcatchers.
Oh, podcatcher.
But I don't know.
All right.
I don't think they call that anymore.
From your favorite podcatcher, why not listen to Vision Forward Tech Connect? Check it out, search for it. And that is, of course, a podcast version of our live show that we have every 2 weeks. Corey, what's the name of the live show?
It's called Tech Connect Live.
It sure is.
It took us a really long time to come up with that title, and we're very proud of it.
We are very proud. So the next one will be, well, no, I can't tell you when the next one will be because I don't know when this video is releasing, but we have them every week that we don't have a produced video. They are on Thursdays. They are 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes.
And we are hoping in the future to have some special guests on. We do hope to speak to some people from Glidance. If you're not sure about Glidance, then you can check out a video on our channel from CSUN where we do have a little talk with somebody from Glidance. But we are hoping to get them on for one of our live shows and find out more about that. And we also hope to get Brian Hartgen on from Hartgen Consultation?
Hartgen Consultants.
Yes. And so we want to find out more about JSay.
JSay, Lisi, J Dictate. He does a lot of different JAWS scripts and programs. And
indeed.
Yeah.
Very clever guy.
He has been in the business a long time.
Indeed. So we hope to talk to him. And also, Corey, people can go visit our LMS. Why not, Corey, to do that? They would visit.
Yeah, they would go to techconnect.vision-forward.org, create a free account, check out all of our professional webinars, and get
free on demand.
Exactly.
ACVR
all day today, we are handing you free stuff, free NaviLens, free ACVR.
And also, we're giving people free NaviLens, to be fair.
Well, that's very true. We're telling about it, but we are giving you free ACVR EP credits. Head over to techconnect.vision-forward.org, create an account. We appreciate it. Stick around on the channel for our next video. That will be amazing.
Please like and subscribe and comment. Bye.
Stay tuned.
Join us, won't you?
Snap, crackle, Rice Krispies. Snap, I say it's crackle. What a happy sound. He's got a the happiest sound I've found. You make laugh, crackle, rather stickle, bounce, sparkle, bates, crackle, snap, crackle, makes the world go round.